Welcome, everyone, to a frivolous Friday evening with MLVC. We're just going to let the room fill a little bit. Grab your drinks, grab a loved one, grab yourself.
all of the above.
Simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my other hand is. I mean, that's why you can.
Well,
Andrew, I need your makeup to make me not look washed out.
MDNA. MDNA little bronzer and concealer.
What's the name of your makeup line?
It's called Amores Arte. Arte es amor.
Right. You have got that fantastic dance song to.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, we're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead.
Trying to match your guys' song. The skills that these four people could do.
You're in good company, darling.
Oh, I have no musical talent.
Neither do I, but we can take it.
Then you can bust a move.
I could write the songs, but
you could also flow.
I can't sing.
There you
Neither
go.
can I.
Mm-mm.
So Ben, when you're listening to Madonna, do you sing along at all, or are you just like bop?
Actually, that's a good question. You guys,
I would not do that to her.
Keep chatting. I have to close windows. I forgot my neighbors are being loud. Hold on.
Oh, question for both of you. What is your Madonna karaoke song?
I don't karaoke.
Oh, gosh. You know, I don't know if I've ever done Madonna karaoke. Maybe
what?
Well, I did. I mean,
you are the
probably done like
group.
A prayer, something like that. But
that's my go-to.
I haven't done karaoke in a very long time. And when I did it, I used to do Gwen Stefani because that is really fun. But it's painful. It can be painful.
The pitch of it all.
Yeah. Well, because she just uses a certain part of her throat.
And you ain't no holla back girl.
That's right. I don't even know how to spell bananas. Okay.
We have 17 people watching.
Let's do this.
It's an intimate group tonight.
It's
early. I'm telling you, we're
early.
I mean, it's citizen hour today.
It's happy hour on the West Coast.
It's our Friday.
In California, it's senior citizen dinner time. So
supper.
Yeah. Supper time.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. It's happy hour somewhere. Cheers, children.
Cheers. Salud.
Daddy says drink.
I'm not staying hydrated. I forgot my drink downstairs.
Replenish your fluids,
goodness.
Liberty. Replenish.
Okay.
Where's the husband?
Right. Yeah. Where's my servant?
Just ring that bell and he brings it up to you.
Where's the houseboy? I want him to come in on like a
horse.
Pony.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then you can yell, fuck me when he does.
Yes. But I have to be careful with that.
Walking on top of him.
No, during the girly show walk across his back.
Exactly.
That was a meme today. I didn't get that one. I'm like, why is this suddenly all over social media? Her walking across the
lot of the stuff
back.
is
so
I mean, that
strange.
concert was just epic.
Oh, it was. And it's funny because young people discovering it on YouTube and being like, oh my goodness.
It blows their mind.
I'm like, you children, now you see where your divas get all of it from.
Yep.
Exactly.
You should have seen me this week schooling the kids. But I know I'll save it. I know there's lots to cover.
Oh, we have people tuning in from England right now.
Ooh, late night.
Nice.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
It's midnight there. They just got back from the club.
Yes.
Or they're getting ready to go out to the club.
Okay, see, I just showed my real age with my comments. So.
Yeah, because they actually start later on that side. They party till sun rises. From my experience.
All right, let's officially kick this episode off, shall we? Ben, do you want to go?
Just get it started, Steph.
Go.
MLVC.
Excuse me, but I'm singing in one key and you're singing in another.
Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the permission of another.
Open the door now and suffocate. Just give me a fan.
I don't trust any man who hasn't kissed another man.
I'm waiting.
All right, people, it's time to get your dancing shoes on. You're listening to MLVC. It's all Madonna, all the time.
Welcome to the party, bitches.
Hi, everybody. It's Ben. Still old, but whatever. I got my tits out.
Hey, everybody. It's Liberty. Welcome.
Andrew, do you want to say hi to everybody? You've already been talking.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. Hey, everybody, it's Andrew. How's it going?
And hey, everybody, it's Stefan. Welcome to another episode of MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica, Ciccone. Tonight, we are going to wreck this place with our jewels. Be in my background, live in my background, stay in my background.
Yes.
Different theme every night. Gotta love some quotable quotes from the Queen. Snaps to that, Madonna. Andrew, welcome back to the show. Everybody, give Andrew a warm round of applause. He's been on the show before. He's one of our longtime supporters. Thank you for that. And most recently, he's got the fan. He's got it. Most recently has been promoted by Oprah Winfrey herself for his wonderful makeup skills.
Yeah. At the front door. That is amazing.
What was Oprah
Congratulations.
Daily? Thank you so much.
It was Oprah?
Oprah Daily. Yeah. So it's like her online magazine. Yeah.
Hey, take that credit.
I'll take
Andrew.
it. I'll take
that credit.
Yes.
Now, Stefan, before you get going, because we mentioned a few minutes ago, we have people tuning in from England. We also have people tuning in currently from LA, Hong Kong, and Ireland. So we are global now.
Hello, all. That's amazing. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. It's awesome.
Welcome.
All places that I want to go.
Right.
Invite us. Especially London, because I'd really love a ticket to the opening night of the Celebration tour. So if anyone has a spare ticket just lying around for October 14th, let me know. I'll jump on a plane.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, those tickets were crazy.
Oh, my God.
Me too.
Look, I can afford to pay like the regular price for them, but I cannot afford to pay the StubHub price for them. Like,
correct.
You know, like $800, although still extreme, is much more affordable than like $5,000, you know?
Oh my gosh. The resale prices on overall, like it's just wild. I mean, I don't know what the highest price you guys have seen is, but I saw for Austin a $23,000 front row ticket. And it would be like, oh, maybe it was a typo, but no, they were all like, that was a very specific choice because it was that one plus the one next to it. Insane.
Are we jumping into the tour? Or are we going to do birthday first?
Oh, let's. So first of all, as we all know, it was a national, global holiday for all of us Madonna fans the other day. Madonna's 65th birthday, which should be a national, worldwide holiday. What did we all do for Madonna's birthday to celebrate? Let's go with Andrew, since you're our esteemed guest today. What did you do to celebrate Madonna's birthday?
I woke up and did a little bit of yoga, a little meditation, to some Ray of Light. Then I put on the Apple Fitness playlist and went on a run. Fortunately, I did have to work that evening and teach so I'm a teacher just like Liberty, but for a cosmetology school. And you better know I represent when I go to that youth, and I make it a point to school the kids on our Queen and the legacy she has left us. And so for our little huddle meeting that we had in front of all the students, I had to ask everybody what their favorite Madonna song, and if they didn't have an answer, I would give them a Madonna song.
Oh, you do like a pre-class huddle?
Yeah, just like, this is what we're going to do this
evening. Madonna prayer tour.
A little bit like that, yeah.
Sorry, a Madonna tour prayer. There we go, sorry.
No, you're good. To kick it off, I definitely wanted to make it a point to talk about her highlights and her career, and then I went around the room, asked who they looked up to. And of course, we got a lot of Gagas and the current people that are out, which is fine. And like I said, I always say, if it wasn't for Madonna, there would be none of these visibilities. So, and then my husband went to go see Beyonce that night. So, because I had to work late, and he was scouting tickets that morning that started at $2,000, and he got it down to, I don't know, $300 for Beehive. Yeah. On the floor Beehive.
Wow.
And so he went solo, and I was so proud of him. And he said she gave Madonna a shout out, during the Vogue. She has been doing. Yeah. I wasn't sure if she was going to do more than that, and she didn't. I knew somebody else who went that night, and he, they said that
she didn't do anything extra, which is like, all right, fine.
Her shows are as scripted as Madonna's. Let's keep it. Yeah. She learned from the best.
Yeah.
I mean,
Liberty, what did you do for Madonna's birthday? You've been busy. I know that. You've been working.
This has been a really hard week because school started for me. And so that was Wednesday, correct? And so you know what I did was I was just, when I got the chance to scroll, I was just in heaven because my Facebook, my I don't do the X, but my Facebook and my Instagram were just loaded with Madonna goodness, even TikTok. So I was so happy just to get that little revived feeling. And I didn't even really have I just shared like an old thing that I had made from a couple of years ago. And I shared a post. And it's so hard every year to come up with something more to say because I feel that it's like, how else can I word this?
Yeah. Well, you don't want to repeat yourself. And
also that, right? But it's just this feeling of euphoria that she gives me and comfort too at the same time and happiness, joy. And she's
how many times can you say it in a different way? You know, she's changed her life.
Definitely. Cool. I can't even imagine who I would be if I'd not picked up that cassette all those years ago. I can't imagine myself today.
I saw your post. It was really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ben, what did you do for Madonna's birthday?
Well, I finished a sonnet that has a very odd structure that was inspired by American life because it's set in that time period and it's about the Iraq war and don't ask, don't tell and all these things bound together. And the lines in the sonnet have the same sort of chaotic energy of a lot of the production on American life. So I was playing that on a loop. Then like Andrew, I went for a run after work and I played my favorite Madonna remixes playlist.
Nice.
And I'm trying to think, what was the song that I had a mile that I ran in under 8 minutes as part of my 4.5 mile run. And
that's amazing. Send us that playlist.
I want to say that the song that hit right when I took off and was going super fast was, why am I drawing a total blank on the remix? The really long one of Get Together, the Danny Howe and whatever that. Yeah, I love that.
So good.
And then the evening I texted Stefan this. I went down the rabbit hole on YouTube of all my favorite live performances. I started with my 2 favorite Get Together performances on the French TV show.
So
and then that metal dress and the twirling. And then I love it from Confessions. That outfit is everything. And then of course, you go down the rabbit hole of I guess I have to watch Sooner or Later, and so it's just, and then I love watching Lament from Reinvention.
Oh yes.
Oh nice.
I think she sounds amazing on that performance.
That. She also knows how to spit a good.
Oh yeah,
spit a good ball of spit in someone's face.
Poor Jason getting hoiked on. That was just that was not cool after he had tangoed with her so well. But yeah, so it's just sort of, then you come out of that and you're just like, okay, time for bed.
Yeah. It's literally a holiday for us.
Yeah, I think I was doing the same thing. I think I was just listening to Madonna on, whatever song I felt compelled to listen to. And then I think I started out with one number from the Girly Show, and then I was like, I have to watch this whole show. So I just started from the beginning of Girly Show and just started rewatching it all over again, even though I've seen it so many times. But I think I had finished with the last song, and because I wanted to hear her sing the Sly and the Family Stone sample for some reason. I don't know why. I was just like, I just need to hear Everybody is a Star. And
so cute.
And then I was like, wait, I need to see her do Dita. And so then that's what started it all over again.
It's funny how you spiral sometimes, and
it really does.
And there's just so much you can watch, which is so great, or listen to. You could watch interviews all day even, and All of that would be fun too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Just put Fever from the Girly Show on a loop. I'm good.
So good.
When I was a baby gay, I knew all the choreo, her choreo and the backup dancers choreo.
See, you do have musicality.
I didn't say it was good. I just said I could do it. There is no evidence that I ever did it other than just admitting to it.
It's all an illusion, right?
Thank goodness we did not have social media around when we were younger.
Honey.
Oh, my goodness.
My
I'm
youth
just
would have
like,
been
one
much
day,
less enjoyable.
I mean, that's probably why we were so present, because we didn't have social media with our queen, you know, and everything that she was doing.
Yeah, I mean, we had to rewind tapes to figure out how to do choreo. I think I burned through VHS tapes so many times, just rewinding, trying to learn. I still know that Express Yourself from the VMAs. That I can't tell you how many times I rewound that to do. And it's like every time I hear that song, I just want to do the choreo in the gym. And I'm like, that would probably not be appropriate.
I was so happy when that finally popped up on YouTube.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's one of the best. That's one.
Well, because there's no craziness. It's just
nothing.
Performance.
It's just the her, and it's live vocals, and you can hear it on the microphone. When young people are like, "Well, why is she so good?" I send them a link to that performance, and Get Together from Confessions. I'm like, this is why.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
totally timeless.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
Sorry, we're going to skip ahead real quick. I had put this further down the list, but because we're talking about Madonna performing, one of the things we know that Madonna loves to do in her performances are the deep knee squats. And I don't know if any of y'all have seen, there's apparently the deep knee squats from the Drown World Tour music number at the very end of the show where she does those 15 deep knee squats. Apparently there's a TikTok challenge now where you can go up against Madonna and try to do that. Have any of you tried that? Because I have thought about it and I was like, I don't know if that would be a smart idea for me.
Before I injured my knee, I used to be able to do it without even trying. I was just like, oh yeah.
That would be a cool live if we all just kind of choreographed it and try to host a class and tell everybody how to do it.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I still think about trying to do it, but as when I was on stage with Madonna and she pointed at me to do my solo during Unapologetic Bitch, I thought for one split second, do the deep knee squats to impress Madonna. You're right in front of her. Just do them. And I thought, Stefan, don't. Because you're just going to wipe out and fall on your ass and Madonna's going to be like, what is this dude doing? So I opted not to do that. But I wonder if I'd even be able to I had this feeling that I just would go down for the first one and I would just never come back up.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a squat with kind of like a burpee without the, jumping down.
Well, and she's just not going down, coming up. She's exploding up. She comes up and if you watch her, she's eating that deep knee squat. It's amazing. I think I'd have to train myself before I just
it's like she uses the fist to get power and then she looks to the left and it's it just gives her that drama. You know what I mean? That energy.
It's at the end of that 2-hour show. I can't.
She's warmed up. Actually, that's really smart of her. Because to start that, your body be like, what are you doing right now? But at least she's warmed up so much that her body's like, this is easy,
This is a workout. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so if any one of our listeners are actually doing the deep knee squat challenge, please post and let us know. I'd love to see it.
So, reporting from the chat, Cameron Smith is going to attempt the challenge this week.
Let's go, Cameron.
All right, Cameron.
Do it.
Then we had some people commenting on what they did to celebrate the birthday. So I thought I should share some of them.
Please.
What they do.
Cameron went and sang Rang at karaoke.
Nice. Good.
Cute.
And then Noel queued up Evita. Because you got a classic. And then Christian streamed the Rain tapes on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
There is no wrong answer.
No.
Other than not watching or listening to Madonna. That's if you didn't listen or watch or pray at an altar of her, then
Why
you live
are
under
you?
a rock.
No, it's more like, why are you?
It's fine. I'll try not to take that personal, but
Liberty, you talk about Madonna and sing about Madonna and write about Madonna all the time. So
yeah, you're forgiven.
I did talk about her.
You thought about her all day because you were so busy raising other people's children that you weren't able to listen to her. So
she was tending the Texas roses instead of the English roses.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
By the way, great podcast on celebrating our queen's birthday. I really enjoyed that. You guys did a really, really good job with that.
Oh, yeah. I listened to that while I was in the car. I forgot that I did that on the birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So cute.
It's funny. Those, the birthday episodes, for everyone listening, the birthday episodes are the least listened to episodes that we do, but they require so much more work than a normal episode does. Just because, in case you didn't know, producing a cover version of Don't Tell Me or producing an original version like a goddess, those are not easy things to do. You don't just roll out of bed one day and be like, I'm going to produce a song, and 5 seconds later the song's done. But
and then hopefully our queen listens to a snippet of it too.
Hopefully. But yeah, I think Liberty's Don't Tell Me cover turned out so good. Her and I collaborated on that, and I thought it sounded really, really good. And then, like a goddess, we had been working on that for months, and it just takes a while to come around and be like, well, you want it to be good for Madonna, because you're like, if she ever was to hear this, you don't want her to be like, what's this trash? So you want it to be catchy in this, so hopefully
it definitely gave Madonna vibes.
Yeah, sure. You don't want her to listen and be like, into the background.
Stay in my background, Liberty. Yeah. I got a lot of messages from people, more than usual. So I'm so thankful. I just want to say thank you to everybody who did listen, and for those who took just even a second to be like, yes, I loved it. It was really good. Your songs, and I feel really proud of that. So thank you. Yeah. It fills me with joy.
And Ben's poetry was beautiful too.
Yeah, both of you had great spoken word, both Liberty and Ben. I know.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So good. And everyone else who contributed is amazing as well.
Yes.
It's just fun. I'd like to do something a little different every now and again. So
it's a collaborative effort to our queen.
Exactly. Well, the big thing on the roster for two things actually was I actually see, Liberty, you sang it already, so I didn't think that we were. I totally forgot. I thought we had already done it.
I think she did it before we went live.
She did. She did before we went live. But as we all know, there was a lot of activity in Madonna world this week, and don't just stand there. Let's get to it. It's time for a little This Week in Ciccone.
See, I get what I want.
I'm messing this up.
You're good.
It's okay.
You can do it anyway, Liberty. It's fine.
She'll take you there.
There we go. I'm so out of it. Madonna celebrated her 65th birthday this week in Lisbon. Hence the reason why I'm wearing the Madame X t-shirt. I was like, we've gone back to Madame X era again. And the Madame X picture disc live 3D 3 vinyl album is now available for sale for the collectors out there. But I thought it was great that Madonna went back to Lisbon. Had a very lavish birthday from what I could tell on the social medias. It was a veritable who's who of in Madonna's world. All of her children were present, which was wonderful to see. She was wearing some drop-dead gorgeous outfits. And for those of you who didn't know, something happened to Madonna's outfits Instagram account. They are now back. Just add an extra S to Madonna Outfits.
Okay, cool.
And go follow them. I'm trying to promote them on our Instagram, but they know everything that she's wearing, including all of the outfits that are being seen currently behind us right now. And it's amazing. But what did you all think of Madonna? What was your highlight of Madonna in Lisbon, Liberty?
Well, couple of takeaways. Obviously, I love that birthday cake. It looked good. So pretty. It looked so good. And I thought we saw a little snippet in the video, what looked like Lola singing to Madonna or singing at the function.
What do y'all think she was singing?
Oh, it's definitely got to be Pussy.
I don't think we can say that word on Instagram.
Oh,
Live.
I meant cat.
Kitty cat.
Kitty,
Yeah.
kitty cat. Kitty.
Poussé, like in French. Poussé.
There you go.
Give it to mama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really, I mean, of course, look, the looks, they were
serving.
Yeah.
Andrew, what about you? What was one of your standouts?
I mean, the hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, the accessories, just all the beautiful people that she had around her. The little montage of her being on the horse and the beach, and now she's in some kind of like church-looking area, and then dinner and the cake and David.
Question for a second: was Madonna on one of those horses?
I didn't see that.
I couldn't make out that Madonna was on one of those horses. And the only reason I asked that is because I was like, I can't imagine after the hospitalization that Live Nation would allow her on a horse. Like, they'd be like, I would imagine that like Live Nation has people just like carrying pillows around her wherever she goes, just to make sure
the contractual of it all.
You know, like, yeah.
She was on a boat. I mean, that too.
That's true.
That's true.
No,
True.
I've heard weird things that like when you cancel, when you postpone tours because of illness, that you have to go through a physical, like Live Nation puts a doctor, like it can't be your doctor. It has to be like Live Nation's independent doctor to give you the go ahead in order to ensure the tour, because if something else happens, then they're going to be like sued for millions of dollars, blah, 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 blah. So I'm wondering if Madonna had that happen already, or if she's like, yeah, I'll do it when I get back from my birthday. And then she's like doing like Evel Knievel stunts. And she's like, I'm going to ride a horse and I'm going to go on a boat.
I mean, her caption was, it's great to be alive. So.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. I mean, she said it herself. It's good to be alive. And what do you do when you're alive? You live.
Absolutely.
Ride that horse, Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
I loved seeing Rocco drawing in the back what looked like, I don't know, an owl or something. And then David playing the piano. That was just lovely. And then Lourdes singing too. It was so
I wish we could have heard what she was singing.
Yeah.
I know.
Somewhere that audio will leak. Ben, what were your standout highlights from Madonna birthday? Oh, a little Madonna tongue.
I love silly Madonna, happy Madonna. So that just
the
seeing
Madonna.
just how happy everybody was, and they were having a good time. And yeah, we needed to see that after the very sort of dreary, worrisome last couple of months. So.
Yeah,
stressful.
It was lovely to see her smile again. I feel like it's been a really long time since we've seen her genuinely smile and look happy. And that's when I was rewatching Girly Show on her birthday. I thought, man, she's just smiling. She looks like she's having a joyous time. And I don't think we got that in Madam X, whether that be because she was in pain because of her hip and her knee, or it was because of the character that she was inhabiting because of that tour. But either which way, I just felt like we haven't seen Madonna look that happy lately. And so that was wonderful to see. Ben had pointed out something to me in that video of Madonna blowing out her birthday candle. The first thing she said was, when she's like, I'm going to make my wish. And she said, I'm going to wake up. Yes and no. Mm-hmm. And everyone was silent. And it was like, oh my God, what? She's actually
and the initial comments on social media were crazy until people started realizing, and it took me a day. I knew she was joking, but it took me like 2 days to realize, oh wait, that's a Die Another Day song lyric.
I caught it right away. But
didn't even know that. I was like, because I was just shocked. Yeah. I was just shocked that she was like, oh my God, she's saying is she going to, like, she didn't almost wake up.
I didn't catch that either. Leave it to our queen to put herself. It's amazing.
I loved it.
Yeah, but it freaks people out. Like Madonna.
Of course.
Yeah. I think my standout highlight from Madonna birthday was the horse inside the house.
With the hot guy.
Oh, yeah, he was,
doing Vogue.
I don't know.
If you're going to have somebody trotting around inside your dinner house on a horse, you
giddy up.
Yeah, you want them to look kind of.
She had something to say about that, didn't she?
Who was the woman that screamed like F? Like she was like, oh, F me. Like
I thought that was Madonna.
That was Madonna.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yes. That voice is distinctive enough. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't hear that properly.
Yep.
I thought that was one of the friends. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch
I'm sure. I mean, that's just, but again, it's like classic, you know, these are the things that's like, this is why we love her. She's feeling herself again. Mm-hmm. And I love knowing that.
Well, she's just fortunate that she was even able to be in Lisbon because she was supposed to be on tour.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I mean, it's like
I guess it worked out, Madonna.
Right? her body was literally just asking to probably rest and recover, and now she can go out and be an amazing queen to all of us and just be the best.
I loved that she was dancing and looking like she's able to move, and I think that I'm happy to know that she's going to come back from Lisbon and she'll hopefully be ready to mount this tour, which next up on our list of things to talk about this week in Ciccone, the coveted rescheduled dates for the Celebration Tour. Finally,
enough dates.
Finally, enough dates.
Yeah.
Woo. That was the longest wait and it almost felt anticlimactic. I was like, oh yeah, we get them. And now the realization's settling in. It's quite a change from the dates. I had my schedule's all over the place. I know everyone else's schedules are all over the place. It's now gone from a summer tour where we get to wear cute outfits out in the summertime to a winter tour, which everyone who's listening, just prepare yourself now. Because something tells me, just because we want to go see Madonna, that this winter is going to be a big old bish. And there's going to be snow and wind and whatever those
probably rain,
bomb cyclones and frigid temperatures. And
it is an El Nino winter.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, it's coming.
More precipitation. Listen, it's an excuse instead of skimpy girly show looks and like that. It's time to go back and get some Ray of Light era looks and some music era looks and some Drowned World Tour looks.
Or the music Pimp Daddy Code.
Yes.
Just layer it up. Just layer it up.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to have to do.
Give up your dreams of erotica and girly show and confessions looks. Like, you got to be fully covered. So, yeah.
Well, my tour date got pushed all the way to the very last United States shows in April in Texas. I'll be fine. I can show up naked.
Yeah,
and it's fine.
You'll be Madonna sex. You'll be Madonna sex book. Thumbing for a ride on the highway.
I'm a little bit disappointed, but honestly, I mean, this is kind of my plan. Is like I'm definitely. There's so many midweek shows now. It's really hard. It's hard to make, those work in the field that I work in. But I'm like, people
just keep scouting them.
Success. Yeah, exactly. And last minute stuff too. Because when I started to look, okay, well, where can I rearrange so that I don't have to wait till April to see? Stuff is really hard. Like it's hard to find a good, I'm a little picky, people, okay, about where I sit when I see a show.
As you should be.
Yeah, I'm spoiled. Like I can't go back to,
something will come up. Don't worry. Something will, tickets will make their case because people aren't going to be able to go, there's just like, I mean, the DC show that I originally bought for Labor Day weekend was on a Saturday. Now I have to go to DC on a Tuesday. And I'm like, what? Tuesday? So, I mean, I'm going to go because I'm in the Danceteria pit and I'm not passing up the opportunity to do that. Plus, that's the first show at the moment, that's the first show that I'll be able to see in the United States. It's weird. I went from I had bought a ticket to Philly, and that was supposed to be December 20th. That got pushed to end of January. And then my DC show got pushed to December 19th. So just a day earlier now in December, I'll be seeing Madonna, but I'm freezing either which way. So,
No, I'm with Liberty.
Go ahead, Ben.
Oh, no, I was going to say I'm with Liberty. I'm going in April so that I can still wear my girly show outfit. I want those little denim coochie shorts and my white tank top, and I'm good to go.
Yes. Yeah, mine was in September. Now I'm going in April.
Inside the venue is always warm. She keeps it nice and toasty. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Andrew.
That's okay. You're good.
Yeah, it's all like wear these big, huge, hefty, long, flowing coats and capes and whatnot, and then strip it off when you get to the venue, and you can wear your short shorts underneath.
There you go, Stefan. You can be the Living for Love matador.
Nice.
No more capes.
No more capes.
I am eyeballing though Mexico in December and possibly Brooklyn. I think is in January, and then
there's a bunch of bunch of past Europe. So they like moved, even though she was coming back to the United States in December. All of those dates got pushed to like the following year, and then like the rescheduled dates start in Brooklyn for like the first 3 dates, and then DC and Boston, and then like God bless the people who are going to go to Canada in the early January. Like that must be so cold. But
the Canadians are used to it.
They're fine. We're the wimps. We're like no.
After the summer they've had, they'll welcome a Frozen concert.
But where does it end? It goes and goes and goes, and yes, ends on the 24th in Mexico City. And surprisingly, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 canceled shows in total. So I think that's a pretty good track record. She's honoring. I mean, there's still some back-to-back show dates. So God bless you, Madonna. I hope your B12 shots are close by, because she's
resting all summer.
Going to need some energy.
Well, and we should mention the slightly altered stage that was then revealed also, because it doesn't go out as far. It moved back.
I've heard that was recanted.
Oh, it's still on like certain websites. You can still see it on some of the dates.
Oh, really? Because I know Matt Australia had said the one in the O2 was changed, and then they changed it back. So who knows? I mean, I hope that they're sort of reconfiguring, if there's extra seats available, that they can make some extra seats available to some of those sold out shows. Because
well, that could be part of the reason why. That could be part of the reason why. And I also think like I'm okay, like if they needed to shorten it for whatever reason, but just make sure that the seat that I bought that is at that stage
is the same,
put next to that, and not pushed to the back where they added in the front.
Liberty, like Madonna said in her second vote commercial, you will push, kick, scratch, claw your way to the front.
No, I just need those people to stay in my background. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't worry, they won't do that. They're not going to add like 10 rows in front of your first row.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'm
out of curiosity, what were you guys going to wear though in Canada?
It's a secret.
Okay.
I've got a whole outfit plan.
We'll have to stay tuned.
That's why
I have longer to fix mine now, because whatever I had ordered wasn't in on time after all. So it was actually fortuitous that I didn't have like.
There you go. Now you've got
everything happens for a reason.
Oh my God! Now we're talking about seats, and Joanna from Sweden is going to her first concert ever, and is VIP in Sweden for Celebration Tour.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, girl. You go, girl.
That is ask Joanna if you're listening, what VIP ticket did you get? Is it like the ultimate?
Hear you, so
is it like the ultimate one where you're getting like the special tour jacket, or is it just like you can dance? I think
that's how the Mexico ones are. It's so confusing. I'm like, I have to research it a little bit
VIP
more.
packages. I think I'm VIP for DC and for Philadelphia, but like I don't remember which one at this point. So I'm getting but I'm not getting the jacket, Liberty. That's like the super expensive one.
I thought you did.
It's so
I thought you got the Immaculate.
Somebody promised me, because they bought so many Immaculate Collection. I got a jacket. So
look at Liberty's face.
You have to do favors, Liberty. You have to do favors.
Oh, I got favors. Mama got some favors.
He's in his
I'm sure you do.
Yes, I do. Okay. I want a jacket.
Frank has to go to bed. He's one of our international viewers tonight, so we're wishing him a happy birthday
Frank.
next
Good night,
Thank
Frank.
you for coming, Frank.
We hope this was a lovely. There you go. You beat me to the chase, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Let's get unconscious, Frank.
Oh, now now we have somebody who's actually going to that January show in Boston and says they can't wait.
Well,
Good
more
for
power
you.
to you.
New Englanders.
Yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
frozen when their heart's not open.
Ay, ay, ay.
She doesn't have another
All
cold
the
song,
layers.
does she? Right? She's got
I
a
was
lot
just
of
thinking.
she's got a lot of warm songs, Burning Up, Fever, but then she doesn't
Open Your
have
Heart, yeah.
like Swim, but she doesn't really have, other than Frozen, there's no like other cold song. Is
Santa
there?
Baby.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm still holding out hope that Santa Baby will pop up in December at one of those shows. That would be a hoot.
That would be cute.
Come on. She's never done a Christmas song live ever. That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
That's
time
my
to do
birthday
it.
month too.
There you go.
That would be pretty.
Mhm.
Your,
It would be
birthday
funny.
wish.
It really would.
Well, before we go, we did want to talk on her birthday, as usually happens every year. There are always many, many articles published about Madonna. I think Billboard and Queerty and Rolling Stone did some like rank the best Madonna songs. I think one of them was like the 65 best Madonna songs, or like the top 20 or the top 10.
That list
there
was
was like
questionable.
there was so many lists of top Madonna songs. Some of the lists where I was like, where are you getting this from? Like, Express Yourself isn't in the top 10. Like, come on. But I was wondering, for those listening, if you'd like to put in the chat, what do you think? I was originally going to say just the top 10, but what would have to be in Madonna's top 20? What are the top 20 songs that you would have to rank? And I'm not talking like B-sides. I'm talking like, what are like the most like, I mean, because look, trust me, there's songs that I love that I'd be like, that's one of my favorites. But what's an iconic Madonna song that is like, if you were going to tell somebody, listen to Madonna who'd never listened to her before, here's 20 songs that you have to listen to.
Yeah.
What are
most
those
impactful.
songs? Yeah.
Get the crowd going.
Yeah. Well, Liberty, what would you think would be like, what are three off the top of your head?
Okay, most impactful, like for someone who's never heard her before, Live to Tell, just from a writing standpoint, from a musicality standpoint. Like a Prayer, to me, it's really timeless and it's quintessential. Like it envelopes the sexiness and also the elements of religion that sort of have permeated throughout her career. And then finally, so I need something kind of new, right? I mean, maybe Hung Up. I mean, Hung Up really is, it sweeps in sort of a lot of people, like cross genre, so to speak, and across ages. So yeah, something in that vein, Hung Up or.
Good choices.
No, I think those are good. Andrew, what do you think?
Vogue, Get Together, and Celebration.
Wham, bam! You just like knew it right on
Party
the top of your head.
songs, yeah. Party songs.
Ben, what do you think? What are three songs off the top of your head?
I ain't ready yet.
Okay, so I'll go. So three songs that I think would be like emblematic of Madonna. I mean, I definitely have to say Like a Virgin, because that's just like such a perfect 80s song. I mean, Papa Don't Preach. I'm gonna go old school Madonna,
That's
even though
I'm
a strong proponent of new Madonna. What's another?
You did too old school.
Old school. Let me go. You stole my Vogue. So I always want to say Vogue.
I mean, come on, I have a fan.
Music.
So.
I mean, music. I mean, that's like a quintessential Madonna song. It's perfect.
It's part of your intro too. It's all Madonna, all things, all the time.
Yeah. From Music Inferno.
Yes.
Yes. I never know if people catch some of the things.
I always catch that.
I'm like, I know that that's what it's for. And I figured Madonna fans would know that that's where it's from. But sometimes
you say it in the same cadence too. It's great.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. I try to mimic Stuart Price without the British accent. So, all right, Ben, you ready? You look like you're ready.
He's been writing.
I can't do three. I have an essential 6.
There's an Excel spreadsheet happening. There's a PowerPoint.
Vogue, Like a Prayer, Hung Up, Live to Tell, Frozen, and Music. That's the journey.
Frozen, I forgot
Frozen's
about.
Good. Yeah.
You cannot leave out Frozen.
No, you're right. You're right.
Like, you just can't.
Ben, what's going on in the chat? What are some people suggesting?
Oh my God, wait, I gotta go look because I was so distracted by trying to come up with my list. Let's see. Vogue, Open Your Heart, Like a Prayer, Into the Groove, which was I was on the fence about that one.
Yeah.
Cherish, Crazy
That's a
for
party
You.
song.
I was on the phone. Of course, Lots of Love for Causing a Commotion, a fan favorite that Mother hates for some reason. Oh, that Bostonite said, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Like a Virgin.
Okay, ballad.
Christian, you're always so funny. All of Immaculate Collection except for Cherish, Rescue Me, and Justify My Love. See, I would actually say Justify My Love.
I think Justify My Love because, and I would say Justify My Love because it was such a moment for her.
It was a hard
music.
It was like it was such a reset of Madonna's career. Like it was as if she wanted to let you know, okay, this was me in the 80s. This is not going to be me in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Andrew's husband is in the chat and says his choice is Isaac.
Oh, that's a switch. Joanna
from Sweden said we left out Secret.
That's a good one too. That's a good one.
There's, I mean, it just depends on. Sometimes I think it's like the mood that you're in, and like
because then we have like Physical Attraction, then we have like Burning Up.
But I think it has to be. I think it has to be like banner hits. Like I agree.
You said top 20. So
Immaculate Collection, right there is an amazing collection of songs. Yeah. I do think. It gets a little tougher just because radio play was not as kind to Madonna after, once
after Hung Up. Yeah.
Well, even before. I mean, I remember they never played Erotica. You barely heard Deeper and Deeper. Like the Erotica album in general. I mean, I never remember hearing Rain on the radio.
Oh, see, I do. I remember hearing
Deeper. I heard Rain too. Yeah,
I heard Rain a lot. I mean, Rain went top 10 and was on the
Philadelphia was
the countdown for months. Yeah.
Oh
my God!
Casey Kasem. Yeah, but like
somebody is in the chat talking about her cover of "I Want You" with Massive Attack, and God,
that is a good one.
Oh my God. Yes, really Take a Bow also, but oh my God, that cover of "I Want You" is like the hottest thing she's ever recorded.
Oh well, I love that she's sporting the Rachel haircut in that video with a rotary phone. Oh my God, I love it. It's so good. It makes me want a rotary phone, even though you cannot plug a rotary phone into the phone jacks these days.
No.
They don't work.
I don't even know what it plugs into.
The optics of a phone jack, they've changed. So you can't even use a rotary phone anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you can get the new ones that have like the adapted.
The fake ones. The fake rotary.
Somebody in the chat just asked, what about Material Girl?
Yeah.
Material Girl.
Well, I mean, I think it's iconic Madonna.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of the songs that my students remembered. It was Like a Virgin, Material Girl.
Yeah. Those songs are as iconic as like Billie Jean from Beat It, Michael Jackson. Like that's the gravity of those songs. Like they were that 80s huge.
Yeah. For me, Material Girl was all about the deconstructions within the video and sort of like the duality that she presented as like this Hollywood image and the ideas of the song, but then she was deconstructing it in the video with her like street urchin vibe, hanging out with her gays with the earrings. I was just like, when we were kids, we didn't catch that. But when you go back and watch that and you're like, oh my God, she's hanging out with all these gays in this video, like in 1985. And like,
right.
How, like what? Like, that's so funny. Yep. Yeah. Well, somebody said La Isla Bonita. We did forget.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean,
for sure.
Yeah, you have to. It's What do we think is iconic new Madonna though? Like
Hung Up.
Ray of Light. I mean,
Ray of Light.
Right.
Yeah.
Music. I mean, but like recent stuff. Like I think MDNA.
I want Justice for Living for Love, but that's just
Girl Gone Wild is hot. I mean,
yeah.
That's
and
true.
I think a lot of people loved it.
I like Crave.
I
did like Crave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still hear Living for Love.
Jump.
Like at scores.
Jump.
Mm-hmm. Living for Love is great.
I mean, Get Together, Stefan. Hello.
Oh, well,
That's true.
I talk about that song so much. I mean, that's a given. Yeah.
I listen to it too much. Like,
it's so good.
Well, you listen to Get Together and you hear like the kernel of so much music that was something we were talking about when we were watching the live performances of that song last night. It's like it has all the ingredients of so much music that came after it. Everything that, like, all the repetition, the sort of like staccato repetitions that Lady Gaga did in all her early songs. Madonna did that 3 years before in Get Together. And it influenced so much of Kylie that was going forward for the next decade. Like, man, that song was.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again because I love talking about it. It's one of my favorite Madonna songs of all time. I remember when I first heard that song, it was a leaked version of that song.
Not a leaked version.
The Japanese leaked version. Someone sent it to me. I didn't go looking for it. Somebody sent it. I look, what's this in my email? And then those synths start, and you heard, and I turned to my coworker because I was blaring it in the office. And I turned to my coworker with this look of panic. And she's like, what? What's wrong? And I was like, this is the song that I've waited my entire life for Madonna to do. And
I can relate.
I hadn't heard the entire song yet, but I was just like, it was when I heard that song, I was like, I knew that I had been waiting for a song like this from Madonna my entire life. And she finally gave it to me. And I was like, I don't know how she did it, but she did. And I have forever been thankful. So thank you. Thank you, Madonna, for Get Together.
It was like this articulation of everything that we got pieces of and like Into the Groove and Causing a Commotion and even Vogue and Deeper, all these songs that sort of.
It was basically like all her decades.
Yeah, it like tiptoed up to that. Also back to the chat. Lots of people shouting out Ghost Town.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Oh, I mean, come on. I mean, that's Karen Carpenter nod, you know, like you can't, it's one of the best. I've said it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's the most Madonna song that Madonna has done in one of her like later albums. Like it is so good.
I need to bring that to all of the little, 16-year-old Swifties that I've got in my midst all the time because they're huge Swifties, right? In my school, lots of them, even the boys, and which is super cool to me. I just love that they're all so supportive of that whole like movement. But anyhow, that they can remember, because one kiddo asked me today, "Are you a Swiftie?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm fascinated by all of that, like how she basically single-handedly carried the economy this summer and that she has this whole mysterious and Easter egg thing in her songs and her albums and some other little stuff." And then I said, "But really, I love Madonna." He said, "Yeah, I think I've heard of her."
Oh, God.
She's kind of old, right?
You did remind him, right?
I said, "Come with me, young man." No, I will have to slowly school.
No,
because
just cue up the time when Taylor Swift played guitar for Madonna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So I can, say, like, there's a fun fact about Taylor.
Here, look at this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I mean, they're all connected, obviously, but that's a moment, right? That's a pop culture moment.
Good morning, boys and girls. Miss Liberty is going to be showing you a video today before we start class, and then just cue it up.
Exactly.
You'll get them into that version of QAnon. I feel like I love what Taylor Swift does, but I feel like it's like QAnon for pop girls, like all the Easter eggs and the theories and like the mysterious messages and like the constant trickle of songs and redone songs. Like it's just brilliant. It's so brilliant. And then the songs are good. Like whether you like her music or her voice or not, she can write a bop. So I ain't mad at it. That little song, that Anti-Hero, I'm just like,
oh my God, what an earworm.
That is so clever. So clever. Yeah, I want her. Like, she should write a song with Madonna. That would be fun.
That would be genius.
That would be amazing. Those two worlds.
Yeah. Well, I would be interesting to see how Madonna would deliver Taylor's wordplay. Yeah.
Taylor has a very complex lyrical structure.
She does.
Yeah.
Like the way she sings, and when I listen to, like, what's that one song that she released and it's like 11 minutes long? And I was like, oh my God, it's like, it just keeps bending and weaving and turning. And I was like, this song is fantastic. And why can't we get an 11-minute Madonna song? That's that's where I went after that. I was like,
that would be amazing.
I need an 11-minute Madonna song, just something anthemic. And I know we have that 11-minute version of Ray of Light, the remix, but I want like a full-blown Madonna song.
Right, not the same.
Just 11 minutes.
What's the longest album track? Is it Mer Girl? Falling Free?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think if she's done.
There's been
like
I think
not a
like there's like a
remix?
6-minute song.
Yeah, that's not like the
there.
up or down suite, but like
No,
something
no.
that hits like 7 or 8 minutes, like on the album.
I want
It'd
that.
probably be like an Evita soundtrack.
I want a really long song,
yeah.
and I also want a visual album before
Yeah, I would
I
love
agree.
that too.
before she retires. That's what I'm like. I just want a full visual album and a massive anthemic song for.
We talked about favorite top songs. What about top concerts that we've all been to? What's our top 3? Ladies first.
Top
Liberty.
3.
You go.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Oh, I mean,
Wait, are we
I'll
talking
always-
Madonna concerts or
Yes.
any concerts?
Madonna.
Okay.
This is an LVC podcast.
Yeah, I was like, hold up, be specific.
I have to say, my first one that I ever went to was obviously for me, Drowned World Tour. That like it's one of those you have, like moments
been
in
such
your
a long
Madonna
time.
story.
Right.
Yeah, moments in your Madonna story where you're like, that was a moment where I had waited. Right, Stefan Get Together release is like this is it. Right, for me, that I would say Drowned World Tour pivotal. Second has to be MDNA tour because that was the first time I was front row ever for a Madonna show. And so it was absolutely like, that is otherworldly. That is otherworldly.
Mm-hmm.
That is transporting outside of my body. Yes. And then I don't know. After that, it's hard kind of between like Rebel Heart and Reinvention. Reinvention is special just because it was a really good time for me, like just in general. And it was like on a precipice sort of thing in my life. So, and she does so many good songs, and Lament is
All good choices.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Andrew, what about you?
Drowned World Tour because of 9/11. It was Los Angeles, so it was a huge, and she made a point of to speak out about it. I would say Reinvention Tour and Confessions also, but Madam X was just mind-blowing to me as well because it was like the most recent. So sorry, I did 4.
Ben, what about you?
Oh God, this is hard to pick.
It is hard. It's so hard. It's like a timeline of your life.
I'm just going to say Reinvention because I was in the pit. The picture I posted, I couldn't believe
No big deal. Just in the pit.
I finally found that photo that I posted on my Throwback Thursday after.
That was a good photo.
We were sitting at Merchants in Chelsea after the show. We had walked all the way down from the garden, and because my partner was like, "Were you high?" And I was like, "No."
On Madonna.
You were high on Madonna, yeah.
Well, my face was still caked in her sweat, and I was just so like euphoric. And the audience that night, and the other fans in the pit. God, if any of you are listening, it's almost 20 years. Can you believe that? It's so crazy. But that was such a beautiful night. It was so beautiful.
So cool.
I can't even. There are other shows I like better that I've attended a lot, but there's just something special about that night.
Sure.
Well, mine are easy. Top 3: Blonde Ambition, because it was my first show I ever saw her, and it's Confessions because it's a phenomenal show, and Rebel Heart because that was when I got to dance with her. So,
I can't believe that wasn't the first one.
I'm doing it chronologically.
Okay.
No favorites here.
All good choices.
I mean, I could say 4th would be Madam X because that's when I got to talk to her, but
You and your experiences.
A lot of
that could be your next. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to report from the chat on the concert question. A lot of votes for Confessions and Girly Show, basically.
Yeah.
A few MDNA, and then a lot of Madam X, actually, now that I looked. Oh, wow.
Good.
I know that you're doing the
good
Madonna
wigs in
movie
Madam
series,
X.
but eventually when you guys move on, maybe a Madonna concert series too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
specifically.
You know what? Maybe for season 7, season 8.
Just saying,
I mean,
I know
we're
as a listener,
not going anywhere. we're just gonna keep podcasting as long as we can.
We've still got some movies to do. You know, I want to do a series.
You just finished Who's That Girl?
We will. Body of Evidence is coming up.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just gotta finish off hot and bothered.
Oh my God, I can't wait for people to hear that episode.
That was a good one.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Body of Evidence recently, rewatch Body of Evidence, because our Body of Evidence episode is coming out very soon.
The monologues of it all. I can't. I love it.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I hope we get a chance to do like a series of the movie series where it's like her bit parts, like Girl 6.
Yeah.
And like little itty
4 Rooms.
4 Rooms. Yes. Oh my God. She was so good in 4 Rooms. It was so ridiculous.
Thanks. Now I can get that hearing aid I've always, my grandfather wanted, or something like that. What's that? Blue in the Face? She's got
in the Face.
She's like the singing telegram girl.
Like she's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds. I literally was sitting through that entire movie and I'm like, where is Madonna? And then she comes at the very end of it. And I was like, that's it? That's the only thing she's doing in this? God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is why I love this though. Like, you guys create a safe space for all of us to be Madonna nerds, and it's no judgment. We can just blurt it out and say what we have to say, and that's what it is.
The secret, Andrew, is this is really for us. I mean, for me anyway, that's how I feel. Like, yeah, it's the community to be at home, right?
100%.
Ben,
did you just flash your titties?
No, I went. There, look, she's like,
to the tongue.
She's taking care of me.
Oh my God.
That's what I would want her to do. I'm just gonna say, tweak them, mama.
Like, mama.
Yeah,
twist them till it hurts.
And what we love is that, I mean, I love the people that I don't know, or like, I want to know, I want to be in y'all's world. I want to talk to you guys, and I want to share something about how I feel too, because we all have, she just pulls so much out of us, and she inspires us in all of our weird lives, all of the things that we do on the daily. None of us would be who we are without her. And we want to connect with others who feel that way, because I can't just turn to my teacher bestie and be like, oh my gosh, like, although they all kind of know, and they ask me, like, oh, how's it going with Madonna? And I'm like, you have no idea, baby.
Yeah.
It is big time news.
People. We're all those people.
We
like
in
everyone's lives, whoever knows us, we're that Madonna fan,
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm lucky. One of my besties is also that Madonna fan.
Oh,
like she's who I was going to see Celebration with, and we got our refund yesterday. But we're planning on doing Atlanta next year. But yeah, like anytime anything Madonna is happening, we're like texting like furiously because nobody else understands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a handful, but it's really this that feeds me daily. So thank you for everything you guys do.
Oh, thanks. Well, thanks for being a supporter of the show, and for being such an avid member of this community. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
For everybody listening, remember, you can find us on Instagram and Threads at MLVC Podcast. If you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you never miss a video. You can donate to the show. We're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast, or think about becoming a subscriber on Patreon, patreon.podbean.com/MLVC Podcast. Help keep the show going.
I do it.
Andrew does. Yes, he does. And we appreciate you, Andrew. Everybody, that's our show for today. Andrew, thanks for joining us. It was always fun and wonderful to see your beautiful face smiling on the other side.
Right back at you.
Liberty and Ben, always a pleasure seeing the two of you. Thank you for serving face. And everybody who's watching and listening to the show, thank you for being who you are, and for being as supportive and wonderful and uplifting.
Long live our queen.
As uplifting as you are. The messages that we get and the support that we get from you is so wonderful, and it's, we all work day jobs here, and we wish we could do far more for this community than we do. But, we keep waiting for Madonna's team to be like, here's Madonna. Interview her on the show about the upcoming tour, or here's a couple tickets to the Friends and Family show, so you can.
It's going to happen.
You can give everyone a sneak preview of what's to come. I mean, hello, but
she always leaves us wanting.
Yes,
waiting,
needing,
justify your love.
Mm-hmm. But thanks again for everything you do, everybody. And remember, if you have a spare ticket to the opening night in London, think of us.
See you later at the function, kids.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. I'm going to wreck the place with my jewels. Be in my background. Live in my background. Stay in my background.
Different theme every night.